Here's a quick overview of starting the GTN trainer. I'm running Windows 7 Home Premium. Go to All Programs, GTN Trainer, run GTN Trainer with GDU 620. Okay, now there's some settings that you can do in here. We can run it as a G500 with synthetic vision and a radar, or we can just run it as a G600. Really doesn't matter for our purposes today. So what we need to do is power on the unit. It's loading its internal database. Press this key right here to get past the startup screen on the G600. And then press continue, and that gets you to your normal self-test screen, which puts up on your HSI some test information, including simulated vertical guidance, lateral guidance, and if you had a digital system, it puts out 135 degrees of desired or actual track, 150 knots, and 3,500 feet. Just a test an EFIS if you had one. But in your case, it's just testing your HSI. Let's fill it up. And press continue. Now, since I was running a previous simulation, it thinks we're at Huron, Ohio.
TAWS system test. Okay.
If you wanted to change where you are, you go to the demo key, you go to GPS, and then you select the waypoint, and you can find any old airport you want in here. You can search by name, you can search by city, or you can just put in the nearest, and you can look for more. Or you can just type it in. In our case, we can type in K P O V, Portage County, and that's going to move us to your home base. And then if we want to shoot an approach over at Youngstown, since we've got POV in here, let's just press direct to K Y N G. Activate. Bang. Now we've got a flight plan. Now if you want to control what's on the screen and you want to see the weather and all that stuff, you just press menu. And then all your map overlays are right here, optional. And you can also declutter the screen with detail. And you can set up specifics the way you like them. That's in your menu screen. Okay, now for us to simulate a flight, all we have to do is crank in some altitude. Let's start at 3,000 feet. So we're just going to do a local training flight. So now we've climbed up to 3,000 feet, and we're going to put in some speed. Say somewhere near 200 knots. Now the airplane's flying direct to Youngstown. Now, this section of the simulator, the G600, is just display information. All the functionality is controlled over here, so pay no attention to these buttons over here. Although you can control, like if you wanted to fly a heading bug, you can do that. Watch. Oop, we're turning to 150. There's our desired heading, 150. So let's say you want to fly out here somewhere in your simulation, and then load the approach to Youngstown. The quickest way to load the approach to Youngstown is just click it on the screen, touch it with your finger, and then your waypoint information is brought up here. There's more information here if you want it. Next. There's a VOR there, but there's the airport. And then now you have all the information about the airport. You can preview the runway. You can preview all the approach procedures. You can preview individual runways and get more information about them. You can load the frequencies. So if you wanted to get the ATIS, all you have to do is click it. Bang, it's in your standby window. And then you can activate it, and then you can click, say, approach. Since we're going to fly an approach, let's load the approach. There's even more information here. And then weather data is there for your airport. So here's the charts. Airport diagram. You want more? Minimums. You want more? Radar minimums. Takeoff minimums. Let's do this. Let's go to the flight plan and find the approaches. YNG. We're going there. Hang on. Procedures for our airport. Bingo. YNG approach. Let's fly the GPS 32 LPV, which means it's got vertical guidance. We'll load that approach. Okay, we're still on the heading bug here. And if we do in the full approach, it looks like the full approach is Ulicky to Soyot to runway 32. And then, with a miss, to Otnoe, and then hold. Honorary. Now, there we go. We're heading to Unri. Unevi. Uniri. I don't know how these waypoints are pronounced. But we are... You hold the home key at this point. You get back to the map. Now, you want to see weather? Turn next red on. Turns the terrain off. Can't have both at once. You still got topo, which shows you terrain, and you can have traffic on. So now you've got your next red. Now you can zoom out on this screen, not over here, because this isn't working for our use. You could zoom out, look at the weather in the world. There's really no weather near us, but you can see that there's a front down here, and there's some stuff going on up here, but we're back here. On our way to Uniri. there's traffic. And we're at 3,000. Now if we want to look at the approach, we could go to home. Everything's, starts at the home page. Charts. Here's our RNAV GPS runway 32 approach chart. And you can get all the pertinent information to the approach. Part 2 coming.